Ganun ka na kahina, Gen.Acorda? Hindi mo kayang hawakan yung organisasyon mo?
At yun na nga no, mga kabayan, nagkaroon na nga ng hearing dito sa Senado kaugnay na ginawang marahas na pag-alis sa munisipyo kay Mayor Dumanhog ni Governor Waminal gamit ang kapangyarihan ng mga pulis para nga maalis ito sa pwesto. Atin nga maalala na si Mayor Dumanhog ay pilit na inalis sa kanyang pwesto na tinali pa nga sa wheelchair at sinakluban ng ulo. At kaya nga dito sa nangyaring hearing ay galit na nga itong si Senator Bato de la Rosa dito sa mga pulis o Samis Occidental dahil tila baga nagpagamit sila dito kay Governor Waminal na gumawa ng isang illegal na bagay. Dahil kung hindi pa nga daw darating doon ang anak ni Mayor Dumanog, baka nga hindi daw niya naabutang buhay ang kanyang tatay dahil nakatali ito sa wheelchair at sinakluban pa ang ulo na para bang kinidnap ng mga pulis. Atin nga rin na pag-alaman sa hearing na tinatawagan niya ito ni PNP Chief Acorda, itong mga pulis, maging ang kanilang direktor. Ngunit ayaw nga nilang sagutin ang tawag ni PNP Chief na tila may wala silang pakialam at kayang-kaya nila itong si Gen.Acorda. Kaya naman nanggagalaiti si Senator Bato de la Rosa na minsan na rin naging PNP Chief ng kapulisan. Natanong nga niya itong si Gen.Acorda. At ang banggit pa nga mismo ni Senator Bato de la Rosa, ganyan ka ba kahina, Gen.Acorda, na kayang-kaya ka ng tao mo? Yun na nga lang ang naisambit ni Senator Bato de la Rosa dito sa nangyaring hearing. At kung bago ka pa nga lang sa aking channel kabayan, huwag mo kang kalimutang i-hit ang like at subscribe button para updated ka sa mga uploads ko araw-araw kabayan. Panoorin natin ang kabuuan ng video ito.
Iniiwasan niyo, chipin niyo? Ganun ka na kahina, Gen.Acorda? Hindi mo kayang hawakan yung organisasyon mo?
No, sir. That's why I subjected for investigation, and the IDM was properly instructed after that incident, sir, Your Honor.
No, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
Mr.
go ahead,
Chairman.
Sir Domingo.
Gen.Acorda, bakit hindi kayo dumiretsong tumawag dito sa mga pulis mo?
I did, sir. In fact, I've been calling them many times, and the only person that I was able to call is the RD because I was told that their cell phone was confiscated, sir.
Who confiscated their cell phones? Who confiscated your cell phones?
Sir, the cell phones of the PNP personnel of the Paseo, sir, was being torn over to the sir, incident commander that time, sir, police.
Why was it?
Then,
Ha?
Brigadier General
Civilian?
Villanueva, sir.
Kayo ay nagpapakontrol sa civilian ni Sir Commander? Ha?
Hindi naman sa
Anong klaseng operasyon yun?
Yes, sir. Hindi naman sa ganun, sir. Kuan lang, sir, sir, kasi yung operation natin, sir, is para...
Sino Incident Commander?
Sir, Brigadier General Villanueva.
Bakit
sir.
nyo, sir, kinuha yung mga cellphone ng polis?
Good morning, Your Honors. It was during our briefing that the members of the incident management team should not carry their cell phones. Radyo lang, nag-issue ako ng radyo. Because that is our procedure during incident command system.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, go ahead, Sir Tolentino.
So, kagaya po ng, with the permission of Senator Estrada, yung sinabi niyo po, Major Sumagang at sinasabi mo General Villanueva, ito po ay napagkasunduan. Napagkasunduan na huwag magdadala ng cellphone during the conduct of these operations, quote unquote. So,
Yes,
agreed upon prior to the operations,
Yes, sir. During
So-
our briefing.
pumayag lahat.
Yes, sir.
Pumayag na wala magdadala ng cellphone, sa kapalit ng cellphone,
Is
para
radio.
magkaroon ng mode of communication, nag-issue ng
Issued
radio.
ng radio, yes, sir.
Same frequency.
Yes, sir. The same frequency. And we have a mobile radio station at the incident command post.
Okay, so yung nasa labas lang, yung hindi kasali sa operations, ang may hawak ng cellphone. Yung hindi kasali, yung wala sa loob.
Yes, sir.
Tama? Salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, thank you. But before I proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Jesus Cudero. You have the floor, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I arrived late because I came from a previous hearing. Can I just backtrack a bit and go back? just some clarifications for the record too. I don't know who can answer. Do we have a representative from the DILG? Sir, is there a valid order of suspension against the mayor?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. There was a suspension order coming from the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Misamis Occidental.
I understand the Sangguniang Panlalawigan or the governor coordinated with the DILG. Did the DILG issue an order insofar as this situation and issue is concerned?
We did not do, Mr. Chair. We
Good
Apparently
morning.
there is, sir.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. Good morning, honorable members of the committee. Senator Escudero, the DILG does not determine the correctness or the validity of any orders or issuances of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. The DILG will only implement these orders if the Sangguniang Panlalawigan will ask for assistance.
Which they did.
No, Your Honor, wala pong na-receive ang aming DILG, ang aming regional or ang aming provincial na humihingi po ng assistance ang Sangguniang Panlalawigan to implement their decisions.
May I ask Governor Uaminaw, sir? In the position paper of the province, he stated that the province did.
Thank you very much, Senator Escudero. With the courtesy of the distinguished chair, may I be allowed to first read my prepared statement to narrate the chronology of events before I can answer the I can respond to the question of the Honorable Escudero.
Perhaps, Governor, you can submit it.
Yes.
Submit it. How long is the...
Less than 5 minutes, sir.
Sir, can we allow the good governor since he's here?
Yes, Senator, Your Honor, Senator Escudero, we already made declaration a while ago that tapusin muna natin itong sa part ng Dumanhog, then we will let Congressman Waminal answer after that. Is it okay with Your Honor?
I submit, Your Honor. I submit, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, can I ask the governor, did you request assistance from the LG?
Yes, Your Honor. Not only from the local DILG, but I went to see Secretary Abalos in order to ask guidance on that impasse, Your Honor, which could be part of my preparatory statement, that visit of Secretary Abalos.
To go directly to the point, according to the chairman, he will allow you to make your opening statement later, Governor Uminal. But to go to the point I'm trying to drive at, so there was a legal order to clear the municipality of the apparent illegal occupation of the mayor. Would that be correct, Gen.Acorda? Legal ba yung operation na ginawang yun? Was there something illegal being done which necessitated the intervention of the law enforcement people?
As far as the utilization of the force, Your Honor, particularly in the area of the Manhog, I left that to the discretion of the Pro-Ten because since then and as of the moment, except for telephone calls, I have not received any official communications to that effect for the implementation of such order, Your Honor.
So it was at the level only of the province and the region, I presume? General Cop?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, there was a request. Actually, I submitted to the Provincial Director of Misamis Occidental, but the PD of MISOC submitted to me the request to clear the office of the mayor from the unauthorized persons occupying the said office. So we answered it, stating that it is not, it is outside the authority of Pro-Ten to extract the mayor, sir. We explained to them that request for police assistance must be submitted by the DILG-10, and it must be endorsed to the Chief PNP for his approval. And upon his directive, within 3 days, we will implement, if ever it will be approved, Your Honor.
If you will assist, it needs DILG and Chief PNP approval. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yes, sir, it is approved.
You will only assist if it is approved by the Chief PNP. You will not assist insofar as the request of the PD is concerned if not approved by the PNP Chief.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. That's correct, sir.
Can the provincial director do it on his own?
No, sir, because he needs to course through to me, then I will also submit the request for the approval of the Chief PNP, sir.
Before he can do anything?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Was a crime being committed, sir, at that point in time? The mayor was legally suspended, supposedly. The mayor supposedly was illegally occupying because there was an acting mayor already. In other words, there was a crime being committed technically. Is your position that the PD or the municipal chief of police still needs your permission and the permission of the chief PNP before they can implement the law? How is that? Or is this your position because it's politically charged?
Sir,
Na may mga kaibigan yung mayor, may kaibigan yung governor, di ba? Baka maipit. That's not standard operating procedure, sir.
that situation is outside the authority of Police Regional Office 10 to intervene, considering that it became a legal issue, and I believe the court has the power to act on it, sir.
Sir, are you a lawyer, sir?
No, sir.
The courts can intervene if they issue a TRO or a status quo anti-order, in which case, hindi pwedeng implement yung order ng provincial of suspension. Na wala rin naman binibigay yung DILG. But if you are saying that the court should order it, there is a procedure in the local government code for the suspension of public officials. Again, I go back. Bakit kailangan umakyat hanggang sa Chief PNP to implement a simple order? And while I'm at it, my last point, Mr. Chairman, I won't belabor the point. What was the chief of police of the municipality doing all throughout this time? In theory, as will be discussed later perhaps, the mayor was suspended via a legal order following the procedure and due process in the province by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. An acting mayor was designated following the rule of succession in the local government code. The mayor occupied the municipal building, the office of the municipal mayor and office of the vice mayor for 16 days. All throughout this time, sir, what was your municipal chief of police doing? Aiding and abetting the mayor or aiding and abetting the supposed acting mayor? Where was he all throughout this time?
The chief of police, Major Sumagang, actually, we instructed him to maintain peace and order because of the situation, that it's a political standoff, and it is outside the authority of Routen to intervene, sir, as I mentioned a while ago.
Sir, how is it beyond your authority? How did it become political?
Because it became a legal issue, sir, na marami kasi nga there were a lot of similar incidents, sir, wherein the PNP just tasked to maintain. That is our role, that based on the police operation.
So, wag mangampi, i-maintain lang ang peace and order. Eh, sino mag-i-implement ng legitimate order? When will you finally act? If the Chief PNP orders you? As in this case, it took 16 days. Is that in the manual, Gen.Acorda? That if it is politically charged, can you cite the provision, sir? That you will not intervene and wait for, I don't know, the ALG, the courts, or whatever.
May I just read the provisions of our protocol, sir? During implementation of final decisions or orders of the court, in civil cases of quasi-judicial bodies and of administrative bodies within their jurisdiction, police assistance in the implementation of final decisions or orders or resolutions of the court in civil cases of quasi-judicial bodies and of administrative bodies, except cases with issued temporary restraining order or injunction. All requests for police assistance, regardless of which courts, quasi-judicial bodies, or administrative bodies render the final decision or order, shall be submitted to the RD of the PRO where the police assistance will be rendered. And the following are the requirements for police assistance. The request for police assistance in implementation of final decision, orders, writs shall be acted only upon compliance of the following conditions. The request for police assistance is based on an order of the court, quasi-judicial bodies, or administrative bodies. B, the written request for police assistance, including the certification, shall be signed by the sheriff or equivalent officer in quasi-judicial bodies or administrative bodies. C, the request is filed at least 5 working days prior to the actual implementation. And D, the original document of the final decision, order, or resolution must be presented. And in the absence of the same, a copy of duly authenticated by the clerk of court or other authorized representative of the court, quasi-judicial bodies or administrative bodies will suffice us. That's why I gave the full jurisdiction to the PRO, sir.
You delegated it, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the point I would like to make is this particular policy of the PNP should be reviewed, because there will be many situations wherein there will be two opposing sides taking two separate positions, and I agree with you that PNP should not be placed in the middle, and the PNP should not take sides. But neither should it sit idly by if there is a violation of the law being committed right in front of their faces. The provision governing, perhaps, Mr. Chairman, Gen.Acorda, is final. Some decisions are not yet final but may be executory already. Kung hihintayin nyo talaga maging final, then certain violations of the law would be committed for a longer period of time, because the reverse would be true. You don't need a final order in all situations to implement the law. What you need is the absence of a temporary restraining order to implement that law. If there is an executory order, final or not, issued by the courts or any administrative agency, certiorari Gen.Acorda can be filed for 6 months after the incident, or even more in some cases. So when will it finally become final? So at some point in time, that policy should be clarified. There was a clear succession in the order of leadership in that municipality, given the suspension of the mayor, and there was no TRO issued by the court. Merong acting mayor. It's as clear as day. Although I'm sure it's subject to pressure points from their friends from both sides, but that is not the point. The point is, it should not only be limited to final and executory decisions. There are certain things that the police should implement and enforce. Kesa ibigay niyo sa kamay ng tao yun, o sa ibigay niyo sa tao ng civilian, mas maganda na pong sa inyo na humihingi ng tulong. Again, whether it's final or not, I hope you clarify that particular provision or section in your manual, sir.